Hello, this is Alyssa, and today we're going to be doing a video on figuring out crewmates' roles as imposter, specifically figuring out roles by watching crewmates' movement. There are a lot of different ways to figure out roles, but this one is going to go specifically into movement tracking crewmates. The first role we're going to go over is Tracker. Tracker is a crew role that can track players during the round. The people they track are reset every round, and if you are a non-crewmate, you get an indicator that you were tracked during the meeting. There are two main ways to deduce who the tracker is. One way is to keep track of who passes you in the round after 5 seconds. The second way is to look for movement over you. So this round I passed Lou and I passed Stell. A meeting is called, and it's pretty obvious to me that Lou is Tracker. I only passed Lou and Stell during the round after 5 seconds, and Lou had an interesting movement over me while I was on O2 water wheels. Sometimes it's not that straightforward though. Sometimes you pass a lot more people during the round, but you can still look for specific movements. This round I'm in O2 with Fairy, Pinky, and 19. Lights gets called. 19 somehow finds me in the dark. And I am tracked during the meeting. So that to me is not as obvious, but to me there's a really good chance that 19 is Tracker in this situation, just because of the movement over me while lights were off. She could have just been checking in O2 for people, so I wouldn't necessarily guess on it on 9, but it's something I would keep in mind for later rounds. The next role we're going to go over is Parody Cop. Parody Cop is a crew role that can compare the alignment of two players, and if you've been compared, you will get a notification in the meeting if you are a non-crewmate. There are a couple ways to deduce Parody Cop, which is actually very similar to Tracker. You keep track of who passed you in the round after 10 seconds, and also you can look for movement. If you watch it back, you can see that they obviously move over and interact with me in some way. I don't know though until the meeting that they are Parody Cop. To me, it was very obvious that Jim was Parody Cop, and I went ahead and shot them in the meeting. Also, if you don't pass very many people during a round, it can also be very obvious that you've been Parody Copped by one specific person. I've only passed Ward so far. I only passed Ward and I guess Risa the whole round, so it's, to me, it's a pretty safe shot that Ward is the Parody Cop. As you can see, that passing over movement can apply to multiple roles. It can even apply to Medic. This was a tournament game where Medic was the only role that would require passing over enabled.
think Chanel's medic because she just shielded me.
That movement can also apply to roles like the other roles, security guard and trapper. If you watch someone move over a vent in a particular way and then you go back and check to see if that vent is covered, then there's a good chance that that person is either the security guard from the other roles or trapper. If you can see, that movement over the vent was very distinct. Mega does a similar movement in this clip. You can always check back to make sure that the vent is boarded up. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments and subscribe for more nerdy try hard Among Us content.